Hello girls, it's Thursday! So this is about attempt 4 of filming this. I keep filming it and either saying completely random things or it keeps going over 6 minutes, so hopefully this one's going to be okay. I think the main reason this is going wrong so often is because my exams start tomorrow. It's actually Wednesday, I'm sorry. So I've been revising a lot and I'm in a flat by myself, so I tend to get very anxious when I'm on my own at night, and it's not really helping with sleep, and oh my god, I hate exams so much, it's ridiculous. So here's this, which will be me falling apart at the seams. So on with this week's topic, which is favourite places to go. My favourite place to go at home is Bridge House Equestrian Centre, which is the riding stables that I've been going to since I was 7. I share a horse down there, Mulan, she's adorable. And the reason that I like it so much is because I pretty much spent my entire life there. I've grown up there, I worked there, I volunteered there, and I've had very good experiences there. I don't really go there as much now, I don't really speak to many people as much now, but horses always make me feel a lot calmer, especially being with Mulan. You can groom them, you can ride out, you can just chill out and forget all of your stresses and what's going on at home, so I think that's why it's particularly special. My favourite place in Bristol is probably Park Street. It's a bit of a busy street, very steep hill, and I think it featured in a Skins episode once with someone skateboarding down it. At the top you've got Will's Memorial Building, which is a very beautiful Harry Potter-esque building that I have to do my exams in, but it's very special nonetheless. Midway down we have Boston Tea Party, which is my favourite cafe. It sells really nice coffees, it's got some brilliant food, and it's just a really probably a really hipster place to go, but I really like it anyway. And then down the bottom we've got, I think, what's called College Green, and a very attractive building. No idea what it's called, no idea what it's for, but you know, it looks impressive and it is impressive, and it lends to Park Street being fabulous in general. My favourite place to go in England is Cornwall, specifically Tintagel and Boscastle, mainly because my dad's family have a holiday home there and we used to go down there every year. I enjoy Cornwall because it's a family time. I would definitely go down with my friends as well though, because there's so much to do. It might seem like it's in the middle of nowhere, but I have never got bored whilst I'm there. You can go down to the beaches and they have amazing surf. Whilst I don't actually surf, it's something that I plan to do in the future, I do bodyboard, so I can look really cool there in my wetsuit and my little bodyboard. They also have some really fabulous walks that you can go on. I'm a really big fan of walking in the countryside, so that's probably why it appeals to me so much. Also, you can go on a really nice walk down to Boscastle, which has a fabulous cafe that sells the best afternoon teas, which has scones and clotted cream and jam and tea, and oh, it's just absolutely splendid. They also do really nice Cornish fudge, Cornish pasties. The food there is brilliant. Also, the area that we're in is very pagan and very centred in the Arthurian legend, so everything's quite medieval. A couple of times we've been down there during pagan festivals and they are very exciting. There's a lot of folk music going on, a lot of people dressed up, and it's really exciting to be there actually during that time. So if you ever go to England, I would suggest going to Cornwall for a bit just because it's so very special. One of my favourite places to go elsewhere is New York City. I've only ever been there once. I went there with my mother a couple of years ago. We only went for a long weekend, but the city has definitely stayed with me. It's one of those places that I fell in love with. I like that it's grimy, it's not as clean and perfect as, say, LA, which I've also visited. It's got some very interesting shops, it's got some very quirky little places that you can go to as well. And I am a fan of America, I do like it a lot, so I think it's somewhere that I could definitely see myself living. And what I really like about New York as well is that you've got Central Park, so there's at least somewhere that I can go and be like, oh thank God, grass. Finally, another favourite place to go elsewhere. This one was difficult. I tried to think of somewhere that I went this summer when I was travelling around Europe, but there was nowhere that particularly stood out amongst all the others. They were all very beautiful cities, but there wasn't one in particular. So instead I decided to go with the Kilimanjaro area of Tanzania. Now, I spent 9 weeks in Moshi last year, which is sort of an area near Kilimanjaro. I also climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. The mountain itself is spectacular, as expected. The climb up to the peak is the most miserable thing I've ever done in my life. Standing at the peak is probably one of the most spectacular things I've ever done in my life. I don't think anything can compare to the feeling of elation when you actually reach the top. I have never been that happy before. It's weird, it's brilliant. I would recommend anyone to do it, but I wouldn't do it myself again. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully this one didn't run too long. I must confess I haven't seen the last couple of videos yet. The flat here doesn't have internet access, so I'm hoping I can upload this at the library and not get told off for doing non-work related things. So I'm looking forward to watching those when my exams are over. I'm looking forward to seeing what you girls say about your favourite places as well. And I hope you all have wonderful weeks. So Sarah Rochelle, I will see you tomorrow.